Okay, girls, so today's chapter is 12.5 Measures of Center. So, measures of central tendency. So, simple calculations based on collected data can help us give typical values or values that show how the data cluster. So, this term, how the data cluster, means why is this not working? So it means how it's how close is it together, or if it's separated, or yes, how is it behaving, how cluster means if they're all together like in one point, or it's very spread, or how is it behaving. Okay, the typical values are commonly referred to as average. I left this here intentionally because it's not true that all of them are commonly referred as average. So the three measures of central tendency are mean, median, and mode. Mean is the one that is usually referred to as an average, but median and mode, I have never heard that anyone refers to them as an average. So I just thought that I will leave it because that's taken from your textbook, but I think it's important for you to clarify that, okay? So mean, as I said before, the mean is the average of a set of a score, is the sum of all the scores divided by the number of scores, and is denoted by x and that line over on top, and we read that as x bar. The median is the middle score of the sets, and I think it's all of these ones is better to explain it with examples, so we're going to be doing a lot of examples in a minute, but in order to obtain the middle value, we need to organize it from in arrange it in numerical order in order to find that middle value. Okay, and the mode is the most common score in the set of data. Okay, is the score with the highest frequency. That's the one that is the mode. So let's do an example. So it says here, calculate the mean of the frequency distribution data given below. So we have a score and we have a frequency. Okay, so I'm going to go into Excel. I still have the one that we did before, so I'm going to open a new one. New. Okay, wonderful. And this one you can't copy and paste because it's not working for some weird reason, but I'm going to copy in Excel. So the score, so that's basically the values, agree? Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then underneath says frequency, and it's 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 0, 1, 5, 0, 1, 5. So in other words, this what is saying is that beautiful. I'm going to do this a little bit bigger because it's too small like that. Okay, good. So in other words, what this is saying, that the score of 1, I'm going to put this one in red, appear 3 times. Agree? So that means that if I do that in the other way, that will be like 1, 1, 1. Agree? And it means that the 2 appear 2 times. So it's 2, 2. Okay? And then the 3 appear 4 times. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 4 didn't appear, and the 5 only once, and the 6 appear 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, if I add this together, 54. Beautiful. No, if I count these ones, if I count, I have 15 in here, and I have, if I add the frequency here, then I have 15. So it's working. So if we have the values like this, what will we do to find the average? We will add them all together. So I'm going to show you that you can add them all together. Or if I select them here, look what happens here. I have an average here, 3.6. It's already giving me the average. down here, but we can, and we can also find a formula that is called average. You see here, average of these values, and it's going to give me, guess what, 3.6. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding these ones. So I just created sum, and I say I'm going to sum all of them. Agree? And then I have to count how many did I have. So if this is the sum, that this is the addition. And then if I count how many, then how do you do that? You say equal count, open brackets, and select your values, and it's going to count how many do you have. 15. And then if you do here the average, how do you do the average? You just say it's equal to 54 divided by 15, and it gave me that average that we had before, that was 3.6. Okay, so this is one way of doing it, but you can also do it with the table. So all of this is just to demonstrate that I'm going to get exactly the same value doing it here. So look what I'm going to do. Do you agree with when I had here, because I put here 3, it was the same as I multiply this 3 times 1 and this 2 times this one. So in order to sum the values, what am I doing? So to sum the values, so the sum of all the values, what I do that is I have to do equal this one times this one, and I get that this value is 3. Do you see it there? And you see how when I turn in this corner of the cell and I drag it to the left side, it's going to copy that formula to the side. So at the end, I can add all that together, sum all of these ones, and I get 54. I'm going to highlight this color in because it's the same one that I have here. So this 54 is because when I times this one, what I'm replicating is exactly the same thing here that I have here. Agree? And then how many values did I have in total? Because the addition of all the values is 24, but how many do I have? So how many do I have? So that will be the addition of all the frequency. So if I sum all the frequencies here, I get that this is 15. Exactly what I said here. You see? So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15. And it makes sense because I said that I have 3 1s, 2 2s, 4 3s, and if you add these ones, you get 15. So what is your average? Your average is going to be equal to 54 divided by 15, and you get exactly the same value here, 3.36 and 3.6. Calculate the mean of the frequency distribution that are given below. The answer is 3.6. Okay, girls? Wonderful. We're going to continue in the next video.